We can divide them in two main types. One is full-time option, the other is part-time option. Full-time option means that the student is with the other students who are of his type. If he is a hearing impaired student, then a full-time option is that he should remain full-time uh, with this type, that is all students are hearing impaired. And in that we call that dedicated schools. Now these schools are exclusively devoted to special needs education. They are self-contained special needs school where 100% of the students have one or more special need. So primarily of the same type as that particular student is. Then the second full-time option is dedicated classes. Here, some schools have classes exclusively devoted to special needs education, which run parallel to the regular classes. Now, the scenario is that institution is meant for all types of children, predominantly normal children. But say there's a fifth class, sixth class, seventh class. There are five sections. Four sections are for normal students, and one section is exclusively for hearing impaired or visual impaired. They are having parallel sessions. Seven periods, for instance, in a day are taking place, and the special children are in their own section, taking all those seven periods, and the regular normal students are in the rest of the four or five sections in the of the school. So school is that type of school is a school where we can call locational integration, or we can call locational come social integration. There is not functional integration. Then the second main type is part-time options. Now, this part-time options is here we have got a typical inclusive class. Typical inclusive class. Why? For instance, first shade of part-time option is integrated classes. And in these integrated classes, some schools have classes with both students with and without special needs. There may be five sections of each class, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. One section is such where the along with the normal students, special students are also seated. So this is one type of integrated class. We have integrated special children with normal children. Then withdrawal classes. This is another shade. And in this shade, some schools offer withdrawal or pull-out classes where students are periodically taken out of the regular class to receive special needs. It is a type of integrated class, but in integrated class, we have all seven periods. The normal students and special student are taken together. In withdrawal classes, for one period, two period, or three period, the students, special students are taken out, they are withdrawn, and their special needs are addressed in the labs or the resource rooms. Then another part-time option is regular class with resource support. Students are given breakout support for special education staff either on their own or in small groups. Almost same as withdrawal classes. Then regular class with indirect support. Now, what is this regular class with indirect support? In integrated class, the students are special students, join regular students, and then they're left on their own to swim or drown. But in regular class with indirect support, the teacher and staff adopt their approach and tailor their instruction to meet the student's unique need. Now, this is again a regular class, but here the teachers are normal teachers are even trained and told that such like say a visual impaired student is sitting or an hear impaired student is sitting, so you have to cater for his needs. First one, first one is dedicated special needs school. Dedicated special needs school. If the students are studying, for instance, hearing impaired students are studying in a hearing impaired school, what are the merits? What are the demerits? The merits are if the students are studying, if they of a particular disability are studying in a school which is meant for that particular disability. What are pros? A dedicated special needs school provides full-time specialized support. Low teachers to student ratio. Class size is low. Often teachers are trained in special education. Yes. Kids learn and interact with peers who also have challenges. So kids less likely to feel out of place. Okay. Many special resources and services may be offered. Fine, these are the merits. But what are the demerits? What are the cons? Kids do not learn or interact with peers without special needs. That it's easier for them to communicate with sign language with their hearing impaired peers. But when ultimately in the community they would walk in and have to interact with normal kids, they would feel problem. Then when they are studying in a special school, there's a risk of stigma. We mentioned it. Transition to regular school can be challenging. Ultimately, they fall back to, for instance, say they studied up to metric level in hearing impaired school, and they want to carry on in some other professional school where they are normal kids. Now, at that stage, shifting on would be problematic. Can be very expensive. Now, dedicated special needs schools are 3 to 5 times more expensive because the physical infrastructure and other facilities which are provided are very expensive. This slide showed us the pros and cons of dedicated special needs schools. Now let's see another shade. And this is dedicated special needs class. If you remember, full-time option, we had two types. First, we have already discussed. This is second full-time option. And in this type has got certain merits and demerits. I'll where there's need to explain, I'll explain. Otherwise, I'll just mention what are the merits and demerits. For instance, the merit of a dedicated special needs class. I explained to you what is a special needs class. Special needs class is a class of disabled students functioning full time separately in the parameters of a regular school. So the pros are, the merits are, dedicated special needs class provides full time support. Fine, all 7 periods with the same with own peer group, getting specialized training by specialized qualified teachers. And another advantage is low teacher to student ratio. Another is teachers are trained in special education. Another is kids learn and interact with persons who have challenges. Fine. Opportunity to specialize with opportunity to socialize with kids without special needs outside of class. Now, this is merit because when there would be a recess, obviously the kids would join in with the normal kids in at canteen, at place where they are taking slides, they are taking swings, and if there are some social functions going on, some parents day function is taking place, some sports day function is taking place, so they will have social interaction with normal kids. This is one of the advantages. Now disadvantages are kids do not learn with peers without social needs. Again here risk of stigma because they are studying in different class, specialized for special people. Transition to regular class or school can be challenging. Yes, can be quite expensive. You know, running a special section for special kids in a normal school, obviously, it would be very expensive. Then integrated special needs class. Now, integrated special needs class, what are the merits? It provides integrated special needs class. I've already explained what is it. So the merit are it provides specialized support, then teachers likely trained in special education. Kids learn and interact with both peers with and without needs. Good. Transition to regular class would be easier. Fine. But what are the demerits? Offering two different instruction methods can be challenging for the teacher. Risk of stigma again stays there. Kids may feel out of place or in wrong group. They feel out of place. Those special kids can be a little expensive because they have to cater for the needs of these kids also. Then there was another shade of part-time in part-time group. So that was regular class with resource support. And what are its advantages? Kids learn and interact with peers without special needs, offers specialized support, presents lot of social opportunities, less risk of stigma, and less expensive. And then what are the demerits? What are the cons? This type only provides part-time support. Teachers may not be trained in special education, and in this type, less special services and resources are available. And this type may not offer a self-contained learning environment. These are self-explanatory. And then a regular class with resource support. What are the merits? Kids learn and interact with peers without special needs. God. offers specialized sport, presents lots of social opportunities, less risk of stamina, less expensive. But this has demerits too. Only provides part-time support. Teachers may not be trained in special education, and less special services and resources available, and may not offer a self-contained learning environment. Then another shade was regular class with indirect support, and its merits are kids learn and interact with kids without special need, offers specialized support, presents lots of social opportunities, less risk of stigma, and less expensive. And its demerits are only provides part-time support, teachers less likely to be trained in special education, less special services and resources available, not a self-contained learning environment, and tailoring instructions to individual students can be a challenge. Now, after we have discussed different shades, now in this one slide, this you may call it a master slide, we have put all the shades